Hi everyone, we're going to get started right away with the number 6 filbert and some Alizarin Crimson paint. We'll scrub in what will be the light behind our lighthouse. The supplies you'll need for this beginner oil painting are in the description below the video. You can scrub this paint on very thinly. There's no need for any medium on your canvas today. I've mixed Alizarin Crimson and Phthalo Green together to make a very pretty transparent gray. I'll use that to coat the rest of the canvas to finish preparation for this painting. This painting is a beginner oil painting focusing on skill development with the knife to paint a portion of Bob Ross's painting, Nightlight. I'm taking a clean, dry 1-inch brush and some cadmium yellow paint into that Alizarin Crimson. Using crisscross strokes, I'll work outward from the center to create the glow in the sky. This painting gets fun super quickly. You could repeat this as often as you like to get the glow just the way you want it, as you see me doing here. With a light touch on the sides of the bristles, I'll just give this a gentle fluff to smooth out the paint. With a clean, dry 1-inch brush loaded with titanium white, I'll use the same crisscross and circular strokes to illuminate the sky where our moon will shine in the misty air. Don't spend too much time on this. The tower is the main event of this painting. It's easy to use too much paint here. I'll add the moon with a small amount of titanium white with my fingertip. I'll repeat the process to lighten my moon a bit. Just a quick light blending of the moon using the sides of the bristles and a light touch. Using titanium white and a small amount of cadmium yellow, I'm using the long edge of the knife to touch the canvas to create my horizon line in the water. With some VanDyke brown on the long edge of the knife, it's time to build the walls of our lighthouse. Be careful, just touch the canvas and lift off. The knife will leave a line on the canvas for you. Decide if you want your lighthouse to be tapered or straight and make sure the angles of each side match. It can be tricky, but you can do it. I'm taking a clean knife just to flatten out some of the paint that's sticking off the canvas. The lighthouse is far enough away that I really don't want any texture jumping off at me. With a clean number 6 filbert, I'll just color in some VanDyke brown into the empty space between my two lines. And now the fun part. Let's take some yellow ochre on the knife, touch the side of your tower, and pull slightly to the left while simultaneously lifting the knife from your canvas as you finish the motion. This will begin to put some highlights on your tower and turn it from flat to rounded. I'm adding just a touch of titanium white to the edge. I've taken some of that sky gray mixture we used at the beginning and added a touch or two of titanium white to create a lighter blue-gray that we can use to indicate some reflected light. Apply it like you did the highlights to create a wonderful effect. Let's get some ground under our tower using VanDyke brown and a filbert. Just scrub in a small amount of color. We'll apply highlights in a moment. Apply some highlights using dark sienna. Notice how flatly I'm holding my knife so that all the paint just barely skims the surface. The paint will break apart and leave shadows, giving the appearance of rocks without much effort. I want to put in some reflected light from the moon into the water. A simple way is to use your brush handle to eyeball a line from your light source to the center of the bottom of your painting. Then just touch the canvas and lift off with some of that white-yellow mixture we used for the horizon earlier. Use a clean, dry 1-inch brush to gently blend those reflections into the water. Beautiful! Using more of the dark sky mixture on a number 2 script liner brush, I'll draw in the housing unit for the light. While I'm doing this wet on wet, it's really a good idea at this point to let your painting cure for a few days to make sure the drawing is much easier to do. Nothing says you have to do a painting in one session. Mark your center for a guide. We'll begin building the railed walkway using more of that dark paint with the liner brush. To place the bright light, I'm using a Bob Ross Wildlife finishing brush, which is a very soft, small, flat brush. I mixed a small amount of linseed oil into my dark sky color and added in some titanium white to make a highlight color for the housing unit and rails. You'll want your paint to be very thin to ensure it goes on over the darker color. Add some straight titanium white if you want a brighter spot. A little darker shadow using my sky color will add a little interest. Thank you for joining me. Please subscribe to the channel. It will really help me out a lot. See you next time.